it is not a valid record. So I would like to add that condition also. And effect enable flag is equal to y, and any date active should be greater than or equal to should be greater than or equal to sysdate. This is mandatory. Sometimes end date will be in NVL, so null value. That's why I'm handling that one also. Sysdate. Now the record you are getting. What is the column you want to fetch here? This is the column. Now you exactly have the information to whom you want to send. Now this particular logic I will implement in the function. So what is the function you want to use here? The function have to be placed here, right? Go to functions, create a function, assign performer. This is your function name. Okay, apply. Click on apply. Now place your function here, connect them like this. Here we don't have. Here what we'll do, when we kick the workflow, what it will do, the workflow will go to from here to here transition, and whatever the procedure is attached to this particular particular function name will be executed, then immediately go to the notification. Then it immediately go to the notification. That is your requirement now. So here we have not implemented any procedure, right? Now we will implement that. Now in the notepad we will do it. It is visible to you very clearly. Execute. So create or replace procedure name is xx performer. What are the mandatory parameters for a given procedure if you want to kick it from the workflow? What are the mandatory parameters? One is item type in varchar2, item key in varchar2. Third one is act id in number, and act id, after act id we are having func mode in varchar2, and the third one for last one is result out no copy varchar2. Now we will implement the logic here. To whom you want to assign this value? This guy, the person who is attached this particular attribute to this particular attribute you want to assign. Why? Because this notification have a performer is performer attribute. That's why we are assigning before going the notification to this particular performer. So here, where it is, yeah, here I want to implement it. How can I implement? With this logic I can implement it. And I would like, it is a PL SQL, right? I would like to move it into a local variable called L_performer. Okay, so who is a performer? It is a variable, right? We need to define here, declare here varchar2. You just assume it is 100 characters. Okay, you got the value, and you need to handle it, right? You need to handle exception, right? Exception when others. Then I'm not doing anything here, null. If you don't handle a test, then the workflow will go into the error. Now if you handle it, no issue you will get. Now whom you want to assign? The performer attribute you want to assign, right? So there is a API called, what is the API to assign a particular value into a text attribute? WF engine set item at attr text. Set item attr text is the API. Let me check once. Set item number, set item attr. So this is the API, the procedure, packaged procedure which we need to use to assign the value. So WF engine dot set item text. Here I want to assign value item key, item type, item key, a name means attribute name, and what value you want to assign. This is a value you want to assign. So I told you, I suggested you to take this particular item type. Item type into a local variable varchar 2 item type. It will not be having more than 8 characters is equal to item type. This item type which is coming into this particular procedure in parameter will go into the local variable. That's it. Similar to that, I'm going to take one more variable called item key. Here item key we will be using item key. Now these two variables I can use here. I can reuse them. Copy. And what is the name of your attribute? Performer. And what is the value you want to assign? This is the value which is stored in the FND lookups. In this way we will assign. Now the procedure is ready for us. Listen carefully. We are assigning the performer value which is coming from the lookup. If you understand this one, then only you will understand result out parameter. Now we are not giving anything. Any result out parameters. Just compile it. Go to this. Take this particular procedure name. Go to your function. Here, call that function. That's it. See here, we are not giving any result type here. Copy. Okay, validate it. Are you getting any issue? So this particular workflow will kick, this particular notification will kick to whom? Performer. Performer means who is the performer? Operations is a performer, right? So the workflow has to kick to whom? It has to kick to whom? Operations. Now let us save it into a database apps wiz. Okay, now what is our item type name? XX function, right? So go to sysadmin. This is a sysadmin. Go to workflow administrator workflow. Go to developer studio. Now your item type is this one, not that one. This is a valid one. Go run. Item key is, and we will handle this item key also in the coming. Here I am not giving the performer, right? A performer is blank. Which value has to assign to this particular one? If you want to print it, you can print it. How can you print it? It is not required because it is going to the operations itself. That's why it is not required. Submit. Now it is kicked correctly, right? Now go to status monitor. Try to see the status of that particular workflow before going to check the notification. Here what it is saying, here numerical value error, string buffer too small. You're getting a issue with your package. What is that? String buffer is too long. Okay, here item key is having 8 characters. You just give here 100 characters. It has to be a 360 around, I think. You can check it. Okay, now try to retry it. No issue. Submit. Now check it out whether it is completed. Okay, again it is gone into the activity has no performer. Okay, let us run again. Let us run again because it is fixed now. Let us run it again and see what would happen. 2 submit. Okay, and see the status monitor and see whether workflow is kicked correctly or not. Again you are getting the issue, that is the activity has no performer. View diagram. See, the activity has no performer. We did some mistake here. Item type again we have used. It must be item key. That is the issue we are getting. That's why this performer is not assigned to this particular one because item key is not correct. That's why we are getting issue. Now if you run it, you will not get any issue. What is your XX? What is your item type? This is item type. Now run it and you give it as 3. Now it will work perfectly. See here. Go to OK and go to status monitor. Place your item type. See here. Earlier both are errored. Now it is completed. Means the notification is gone to whom? Operations. Let us see whether it is gone to, whether it is kicked to that person or not. Operations. Yes, you got the notification correctly. Click on OK. Now my point is, when for unknown reasons, if this performer is not assigned, what is happening? It is going into what? It is going into what? Error, right? So I will reproduce it again with, if we have given here item key wrongly, but the code is correct now. For reasons unknown, the user endated it. For example, in the go to sysadmin, go to application developer profile, means any form I'm opening. Now go to application, here lookups, query our lookup XX performer. See here, he has not, it is disabled for reasons unknown. He has been disabled. Then see here, will this query returns any value? Check it out. No. So when the user is When the user is disabled that one, then what is going to happen? Check it out. Now run the workflow. Go to administrator web application home. See, this is very important to handle workflow in a proper manner. XX function, click on run. What is your item key is ID user key is 4. Now submit it. Now the workflow will go into what state? Error. Check it out. The last one, right? See, this is gone into error. What it is saying, there is no performer to the notification. Why? Because the performer which is coming from the lookup is disabled. So that is not handled properly in your workflow. Then how we would know whether the performer is assigned, correctly or not? Means this statement is fails, it goes to others. I don't want to have the workflow gone into the error. I want to complete it normally, but I I want to handle it properly. How can I handle? Means just check it out, this diagram. I want to have the result for this function also. I want to have result to this function also. If it is yes, then you can send the notification. If it is no, then I will send it to end. Then the workflow will not go into error. Then the workflow is correctly handled in a proper way. Then how would I know whether the performer is assigned or not? By using result out parameter. Now I'll use the result out parameter here. Before that, how can I have yes or no? It is always, if you want to have a direction, if you want to have out result, you should have a lookup. We should have a go to lookup type, create lookup type. Yes, yes, no. Yes, no. This is the lookup type I'm creating. If you want to have a result type, you should have a lookup. That's it. There is no question. Here, yes, I'm having the lookup type with 2 lookup codes. What are the lookup codes? Yes and no. Click on apply. You are having lookup result type ready, right? Now I will assign that particular result type to whom? To the function also. What I am doing is, after creating this particular workflow lookup type, I'm assigning that result type to whom? The function. I'm assigning it to whom? Function. That's it. Now this function have how many transitions? This function have how many transitions? One is yes, one is no. If you have a no, then what it should go to whom? What? When it is yes, notification has to be sent. When it is no, it has to go to end. Then the workflow is correctly handled. Check it out. Then here we need to have one more end, right? To have one more end, go to standard, go to functions. Here you can see end function, which is provided by the Oracle. Now add it, connect them like this. Now see here, go to node, end. That's it. The function is correctly assigned performer, then notification is sent. Otherwise it is go to whom? End. If you don't want to create one more end, yes, you can directly connect to this particular one. In this way also you can connect. No issue. The process you can design in any way. Right? Just validate it, save it, apps, wish. It is saved into the database. Now here you are saying that yes, if it is comes, it has to go to this way. If no, it has to go. But in the particular package, also in the package which you have used, in the package or in the procedure which you have developed, have you mentioned anywhere it is going, why it is completed normal, it is completed going in the yes, if it is completed in the it is completed in no. With the result out parameters we will decide that result out must be handled here. If this select statement is complete correctly, the performer assigned correctly, that's why after this statement what I am doing is I am writing result out is equal to I am assigning as complete. Complete. What is the result type? Yes, see here, complete is your first result out possible result type. Complete, whatever the result type you are having, yes is there. Internal name of your lookup, what is internal name of your lookup? If it is S means just go to developer mode here. Here you are seeing the display names, go to this particular one, you can see capital S, capital YES, capital NO. So yes and no you are using. So here also what you need to do is here yes or no you have to use. Complete is a mandatory. Here lookup result, lookup result you need to use. Here you need to use lookup result like this. In some other cases, if it is this statement is failed, it will go to where exception section. Now the complete is no. This particular procedure will return what? If the performer is assigned correctly, it will completes with it, the result type will be yes. If it is not assigned properly, then it will go to other section, the result type will be no. If the function, this particular function returns no, it will go in this direction. If function returns yes, it will go in this direction and send the notification to the performer and it will go into the end. Now run this particular package procedure, compile it, it is completed successfully, compiled successfully. Now run the workflow. How can I run this particular workflow? See here, if it has to, the performer is undated, right? The performer is disabled, right? You are not getting any records. It should traverse in which direction? In which direction? In this direction.